Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about why women ghost you and how to stop getting ghosted. So this is quite simple, okay? So this is how you can stop getting ghosted completely, okay? So one of the reasons why women are ghosting you is because you are picking the wrong women to engage with and talk to, okay? You're picking women who are not enthusiastic about you or are showing high level of interest in you. For whatever reason, you're picking women who show low interest because obviously if they were interested in you, then they wouldn't be ghosting you, okay? So how do you stop getting ghosted then? So you need to get out of this pattern of picking women who ghost you, okay? Because I guarantee there is another field of women out there, right? Where, of women who are not going to ghost you, okay? There are women out there that are going to be interested in you. So all you have to do is find these women, which obviously is a lot easier said than done. But, okay, what I want you to do is this. It's a physical practice that you can do, okay? And I want you to do this every day for a month, okay? And it's very simple, okay? It's going to take maybe just 5 or 10 minutes, okay? So every day, write down a list of the kind of woman that you would like, okay? And also write another list of the kind of woman that you wouldn't like. So obviously in your list of the woman that you would like would obviously be a woman who doesn't ghost you, a woman who responds in an appropriate amount of time, who replies to your messages. That's the kind of woman that you want. You want a woman who is going to respond to you, who isn't going to ghost you, okay? And that's the kind of woman that you want, right? And you want to avoid women who do ghost you. So you write down a list. So obviously you don't want to just put that. You want to put down basically the ideal qualities of the woman that you want. So it could be hair color, eye color, height, build, personality traits, these kinds of things. Does she want kids? Does she not want kids? How does she, is she from, what kind of family is she from? Is she from a big family, small family? All these kinds of things. Just write down them and also write down the things that you don't want, okay? So, you don't want to, so for example, a woman that you don't want maybe, I don't want a woman who's unfaithful, for example, right? Or mean or nasty or something like that, has a bitchy personality, whatever it may be. So write down these two lists every single day. And of course, your list may change. You don't have to write down the exact same thing every day unless it's very, very important to you. And basically what this is doing is that it's changing your focus, okay? You're now focusing on the things that you do want and the things that you don't want. And basically these things are being being highlighted in your brain, okay? So when you go out into the dating world and when you meet women, when you're going about your day, you're going to be naturally drawn to the women that you want, right? The kinds of women that you want. And because that's happening, right, you're no longer focusing then on these women who are in your DMs or not in your DMs, who have ghosted you and things like that. So it's all about where you put your attention. So now you're putting your attention on the woman of your dreams, basically. And what's also being highlighted is all the things that you don't want. So when you are at work or when you're at school, whatever it may be, or you're just out and about, you'll also notice women that you don't like. You're like, oh yeah, that's the kind of woman that I wrote down that I didn't like. I can tell by the way that she's talking or the things that she's talking about, or I can just tell by the way she looks. Because I wrote down that I wanted a blonde woman, not a brunette woman. And so I know not to pay attention to her because that's not what I want. That's not what's on my list of what I do want. Right, and it's highlighting both of these things. So now you're sort of like changing your focus around, okay? And what's really important about that and why that's so important is because simply now that is what you're going to be focusing on. And so now you're no longer caring about these women that have ghosted you. You're now out searching for that future potential woman in your life who's going to come into your life. You're looking towards the future now. You're not looking towards the past at all these women who ghosted you, okay? So do that for a month, okay, so that you can become more aware of it. And that's all it is. It's all about just bringing awareness. There's no like magic thing like, oh yeah, you're going to get a woman within that 30 days or anything like that. It's just simply bringing your awareness to the things that you want and the things that you don't want, okay? And also when you start talking to new women, because you now have a very clear vision of what you do like and what you don't like, okay? When you start talking to women now and you start messaging and talking to them and conversing with them, because these things are now highlighted, then you can easily brush off these women and maybe even ghost the women, right, who you don't like, okay, who end up showing and displaying behaviors of the things that you didn't like, okay, and you now can continue to talk to those women that do like you, okay, that are showing also those behaviors of the women that you, the kind of woman that you want in your life, okay. So keep up with that practice. And just to go through it quickly again, every day write down a quick list of the ideal qualities of a woman that you do want, and also the qualities of a woman that you do not want, like the deal breakers that would completely 100% put you off. And that will stop you from focusing on these women that have ghosted you, okay. So what you'll want then to do then is, when you are then physically dating women and meeting women out on dates, you want to be paying your attention to those women that are enthusiastic about you. Because if you can tell that there is a woman that you're talking to and there's a woman that you're dating and she's a bit hot and cold, and even though you may really fancy her and she's showing hot and cold behavior, you're like, this kind of sucks. This is what you say in your head. Yeah, this sucks because I really like her, but she's displaying hot and cold behavior. So you know what? I'm not going to ask her out again. I'm not going to talk to her after this date because I can tell she's not that interested in me. It sucks because she's hot, but I can just tell that it's not going to work out. And what you've done then is you've stopped yourself from being ghosted, because more than likely she would have ghosted you. But you're the one that's deciding not to see her anymore because you can tell that she's not enthusiastic about you, that she doesn't have a high interest in you, okay? But when you're on a date with a woman that does have a high interest in you, then you know, okay, this woman's probably not going to ghost me. This woman's probably going to continue talking to me because I can just tell by her energy and the way that she's talking to me. I can tell that she's enthusiastic about me. She's showing up to the date. She's touching my arm. She's being flirtatious. Yeah, she's probably not going to ghost me. So I'm going to continue asking this woman out on dates because obviously she's enthusiastic about me. So it's all about catching yourself in that moment when you just know that this woman isn't going to go through with everything. That you just know that she is not that interested in you. Okay, and you can tell that. So you're like, right, so I'm going to be the one that stops this. I'm not going to continue talking to her because I know eventually she's probably going to ghost me. So I'm just going to scrap her, right? And just not talk to her anymore because for whatever reason, I can just tell that she's not that into me. So you've stopped that process from happening. You've stopped yourself from getting ghosted because you've noticed before, right? Before it's happened, that she's going to ghost you, right? So you are therefore the one that's going to break things off. Okay, and that's how you can stop being ghosted. That's how you can stop ending up in this pattern of being ghosted, because for whatever reason in the past, perhaps you've been dating women who have showed low interest, or they were displaying signs of low interest, but you didn't quite pick up on it. And therefore you tried to continue dating these women, but they ended up ghosting you because they had low interest and you didn't spot that, okay? Or maybe you did, but you was clinging on to hope that they would change their mind. You got to let go of that. If you notice that she's displaying not very high attraction for you, it's best to just let her go and focus on those women that are enthusiastic about you, and then you'll just never be ghosted ever again because you're just solely focusing on those women that are enthusiastic about you, okay? So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.